The Straiton Gym in Pokemon Black and White serves one main purpose: to take those who think they can solo the game with their starter and prove them dead wrong. But for me, that was the least of my worries. With nothing higher than level 10, and this gym going up to level 14, could I survive against this relentless onslaught? I prepared to face the toughest challenge I would so far. Welcome back to my Pokemon Black version no experience playthrough, and this is the one you've probably all been waiting for. It's finally time to take on the first gym in the game. And the moment you get in here, you're greeted by the gym guy who now has an official name. Yes, this is Clyde. For those of you who played previous games, you'll know that there was always a guide at the front of the gyms who'd always give you advice. In this case, he gives you something else. Yeah, you want to make sure you talk to all of these guys because they will each give you a fresh water. It's not much, especially later in the game, but at this point, fresh water is the best healing you have access to, so a free one always helps. So, anyway, again, yeah, basically, this gym is kind of a glorified tutorial on type matchups, but it's of the lethal tutorial kind. The kind that will brutally destroy you if you haven't learned what the game wants you to have learned. Of course, in this case, it's going to be brutally destroying you anyway. So here we see a curtain with a fire symbol. So obviously, we have to step on water, which is effective against fire. Yeah, this gym's puzzle is pretty simple. Later on, they get more involved. Unfortunately, I'm just trying to find a way around this waiter here, and yeah, there's no way around it. You have to fight this guy. There's no dodging him. Yes, I would like to order a course of please stop making waiter puns. Oh well, at least the puns aren't as bad as, well, you'll see. There's a certain gym later on that, yeah, we ain't seen nothing yet when it comes to puns. Fortunately, that's the worst one, and it's a pretty early gym. It's actually, I'll just say it's number 3, but, if you play this game, you'll know. So anyway, we're basically up against the same old stuff we've been fighting a lot before. Except they're now level 11. Yep. Oh yeah, see, level 5 starter is really not cutting it here. I'm actually kind of glad that I caught this level 7 Lillipup, because seriously, you are going to bloody well need it here. Even with these guys spamming free turn attack. Seriously, okay, you need Leer, Growl, some pretty decent Pokemon, as many level 7s as you can get your hands on. You want to save your monkey for later. Don't use that unless it's your last resort. The annoying thing about having the water monkey here, or the fire monkey, is that Leer won't affect the amount of damage it does with its stab move, because Water Gun is in fact special. You see, Pansage has a slight advantage here. Pansage, the grass monkey, you'll get if you started with Tepig, which I never actually have. So, that's the one kind of playthrough I've never done in this game. So, yeah. I mean, your monkey starts with Scratch and Lick anyway. Yeah, wouldn't recommend using Lick at this point, given that it has no effect against Lillipup and Patrat, and is not very effective against Purloin. Those 3 are really the only things you'll be seeing in this gym, apart from the gym leader's strongest Pokemon, so, and against the gym leader's strongest Pokemon, you're better off using, your stab move rather than Lick. And I'm gonna cut out a trip to the Pokemon Center here. Yeah, by the way, that guy's advice kinda sort of works in a normal playthrough, definitely not in this one, though. In a low-level run like this, you have to take every advantage you can get, and seriously, you actually, if you're not using something that has a type advantage against the gym leaders, you are going to get slaughtered. Seriously. You basically have to be abusing the gym leaders' weaknesses as much as possible in this kind of thing. Oh no! The full course waiter puns! Please, please, this is not what I ordered, please send it back. Anyway, what's this waitress gonna have? She's got 2, she has a Patrat at level 10. Yep, things have really upped their game at this point, and again, 10 is the highest we have. So, as you can tell, this is going to be a problem when we get to the gym leader, and he 2-hit KOs me with She 2-hit KOs me with Bite. That is really not good. Yeah. Now, Purloin at this point resists Bite, which is actually surprisingly... Okay. I might need to take some time out to explain this one. From this point on, Patrats will know the move Bide. Now what happens when they're using Bide is, they will store up energy for 2 turns. Once that is over, they will unleash the energy. What that means is, they deal double the damage. Yeah, and it's kind of priority too, damn it. They will deal double the damage you did to them within those 2 turns, right back to you. And that is a hell of a lot of damage. There are roughly 2 ways. Oh, damn it. No, please don't want it carry me. Phew. Jamie is being awesome right now. But he's gonna go down in 1 more hit. Yeah, there are 2 ways at this point to counter Bide. 1, simply KO them before they have a chance to unleash the energy. By the way, Bide is not like Counter and Mirror Code. It's not restricted by physical or special. So, yeah, it will always counter you no matter what you do. Now, here I'm demonstrating the, before I said, you can either KO them before they have a chance to unleash the energy. Here I'm demonstrating the second method. Simply don't attack them at all. Just use this time to spam Leers. And he's not going to get a chance to do that. Basically, yeah, while they're biting, don't hit them at all. As long as you don't hit them, you won't take any damage from Bide when it's unleashed. So just use this opportunity to either spam Leers or use some healing items. If you predict Bide well, it can give you some good free turns. Oh, Sand Attack? Seriously? Yeah, Purloins, of course, have a much more annoying move at higher levels. Oh, great, they can... Are you going to assist Bide? Oh, yes, you are. Oh boy, that's really annoying, actually. Because, yeah, if they use Bide on a turn you've already attacked them, it's too late. You are going to be taking double that damage back in the next few turns, unless you KO them as fast as you can. So, yeah, this is a problem. And yeah, Bide has priority, so you got to KO them pretty quickly if you want to not take that damage. Bide can be really, really painful if you don't handle it the right way, but as long as you do know how to handle it... Oh, phew, no flinch. Oh yeah, Purloins seem to have stab moves at this point. Yeah, Bite is of course, a Dark-type move. It became Dark in, Gold and Silver for some reason. My guess is that because Dark-types are associated with using underhanded tactics, and, you know, biting your opponent in the middle of a match is probably considered like that. But, anyway, we're almost at the gym leader. And... yeah, this is where I might have to take a break to go back and heal. So, we're back after a visit to the Pokemon Center, and I'm just exploring around here to see if there's anything. There's really nothing of note. So, let's just go up to the top and see the gym leader. Now, just a heads up, you don't immediately have to fight them the first time you talk to them, so you will have some time to prepare after you've spoken to them once like this. So don't worry about launching into the battle right now, you will still have some time to prepare. Yes, this conversation here is automatically triggered, but it won't force you into the battle. Instead, you'll see the reveal that there are 3 gym leaders. Yeah, you could probably tell by their leader title, but yeah, you'll be facing the one that corresponds to what's good against your starter. So, meet Chillin, Chili, and Cress. And of course, they all have their own distinct personalities. Chili, being the Fire-type user, is obviously the ham among them. Chillin, well, he's kind of interesting. He's a little bit timid and sort of reserved, as you can see here. Now, I haven't actually seen his anime characterization, but from what I've heard of it, it's almost the exact opposite of his characterization here. Yeah. I have just heard that he's apparently very, fabulous in that characterization, which is kind of, the opposite of here. Now, Cress speaks in a ridiculously over-polite manner. Now, this is actually quite a common character archetype in Japanese media. You see it, in fact, with, interestingly enough, Shelly DeKiller in, the Ace Attorney series. Now, in English, it comes off as a bit weird. In Japanese, not so much, especially here, given that I actually think that, His personality is actually probably what's expected of a waiter in Japanese culture. So, yeah, he's probably the most normal of the three, given that. Right, now I'm gonna buy a whole lot of potions. I actually, back there, you didn't see this, but I actually lost to the gym leader twice off camera there. And, you'll see those in the fail channel, trust me. Now, I realise that I'm gonna need a bit of preparation before I go in. Because, seriously, this guy, hardest thing so far, by far. Now, you see this purloin I've got here? Strangely enough, Purloin is gonna be the hero of this battle. Despite only being level 4. I know, strange isn't it? You'll find out in a moment. Now, I'm gonna give my guys these orange berries that I got from Charon. Now, just a warning. In this gym battle, orange berries are a double-edged sword. Before you give one of your Pokemon an orange berry, be very, very certain that you really do need it. In my case, Purloin is gonna go down very quickly without that orange berry. I pretty much need it. They don't really need them, and that is a bit of a problem, as will become apparent when we face this guy's first Pokemon. I'm gonna talk in detail about this gym battle, before I remark on on how hilariously hammy this guy is. But anyway, of course, being a fire one, he has to be, it's kind of an obligation from fire-type gym leaders. Although with Flannery, that personality is kind of forced, interestingly. But anyway, I actually quite like this game's gym battle theme. I like it much better than the Diamond and Pearl gym battle theme, which I found to be really bland. But, anyway, right. He first sends out his Lillipup. This is the real threat of this fight. Yep, his monkey isn't a problem. And this goes for all three of the brothers. It's the dog, not the monkey, that you have to watch out for. And I maintain this goes for a normal playthrough just as much as it does this kind of thing. Basically, this thing is a normal type. At this point in the game, nothing you have is super effective against normal, and nothing you can get resists normal. This is very, very bad. Combined with this second thing, you might notice it's using a move called Work Up. Work Up is the signature move of the Straiton triplets. It's a stat boosting move that raises attack and special attack. In this case, the special attack boost doesn't make much of a difference because this thing's not going to be using special moves. That attack boost alone is really, really dangerous. For the reason I said before, nothing you can catch at this point resists normal. This means that if this thing gets going and you don't neutralize its attack boosts with Growl, it can very easily steamroll your entire team. This is the main threat of the fight, and this is why I'm leading with Purloin. What I'm doing here is, I am spamming Growl. Each Growl I use neutralizes one of this guy's work-ups. What that means is, eventually I slowly reduce its attack to neutral levels. Now, a neutral attack level 12 Lillipup is still a damn big threat to me. But it's not as impossible as one with +6. At +6, I'm basically doomed against this thing, and it will happily spam that work up. This works for me because I can happily spam Growl back on him. Again, now, notice my PP with Growl there? 34 out of 40 means I've used Growl 6 times. That's as much as I can, and he just flinched with Bite. You'll see that's another problem with this fight. Right, now my Orange Berry activates, and I hit with Scratch for like nothing. See that? That there is why Orange Berries are a double-edged sword. The moment you use your Orange Berry, if this Lillipup is even slightly damaged, its pickup ability, which now has an actual in-battle effect, is gonna get that Orange Berry and let him use it for himself. As you can tell, given how hard it is to lower his HP to begin with, this is very, very bad. Now you'll see there, even neutral attack Lillipup still does about 75% to my level 5 starter, who has a bold nature and pretty decent defense. This is very, very bad. So yeah, just imagine the horrors this thing could wreak if it was allowed to get to +6. I know I don't have to imagine it, I've lived it. Now here's... Wow! By the way, again, that is neutral, so... you can see just how hard this battle is, really. This is an incredibly difficult fight, in this kind of challenge. Now again, without Leers, you are not going to be able to even dent this thing. You probably need to sacrifice a couple of your Pokemon just to use a few Leers. So that you can... Yeah, again, you want to save your monkey. Don't bring the monkey out too soon. If you bring the monkey out before you can reasonably KO this thing, you're in trouble. Big, big trouble. Because if you lose your monkey before he sends out his monkey, you're basically screwed. There is almost nothing you have at this point that can take on his monkey and win other than yours. So again, you need to save your monkey. Again, if you lose it before it's time, that's a problem. And this can actually get pretty problematic. At this point, it can get down to luck depending on whether or not he flinches you. Yeah, I didn't mention this thing about Bite. At this point, this one fact about Bite really, really, really shows. Damn that. See, there's Pick Up with that Orange Berry. He now restores 10 of his own HP, and I need to heal again. You want as many potions as you can get in this battle, seriously, otherwise you will have no chance of winning. Again, this battle is incredibly difficult. It's actually one of the hardest gym leaders in the game under the rules of this challenge, I actually think. And, okay, I got really lucky there. I think I just got a crit. I probably would have outstalled him anyway, so I don't consider that crit cheap. And now we have one of the most amazing musical additions in the whole series. This theme, sometimes known as Victory is Right Before Your Eyes. An amazingly epic remix of the main theme, which normally didn't feature much in the games outside of the title screen, used when the gym leader sends out their last Pokemon. Now, I like to consider this almost the Pokemon equivalent of a Phoenix Wright Corden theme. But they can still beat you at this point, so you've got to watch out. Now, Incinerate is an interesting thing. I'll need to point out something about Incinerate. I probably already won by this point. Yeah, if you can take out Lillipup and you still have your monkey surviving, you pretty much won this. Now, the thing about Incinerate, it's basically Ember, but if it hits you while you're still holding a berry, it will destroy the berry. This can get very, very annoying. And that thing seems to be faster than me, but it doesn't matter because I'm going to beat it very soon. So, yeah, the dog, not the monkey, is your main threat. Once you've taken out Lillipup, and you still have your monkey left, this fight should be pretty easy. But taking out Lillipup is a big deal in and of itself. So, I finally have this guy beaten. This was a pain. And you'll see why in just a moment. Notice how this video is only half over? Yeah, there's a very good reason for that. But first we see this absolutely amazing badge get screen. Oh wow, I love this. This just makes getting that badge feel so much more awesome. In previous games, all you'll get is the fanfare and just a line of dialogue like that. In this one, wow, they've really pulled out all the stops for this game. Again, this game, just seriously, so amazing, so much effort put into it. Anyway, now, see that, you know how he says including traded Pokemon? That's a lie. And all the gym leaders lie like this. It's only traded Pokemon, and I'll explain that in more detail when I get some free time in a later video. But for the time being, we get given the TM of Work Up. Work Up, you saw how it worked back in that fight. In the hands of you, though, you can teach it something that knows both physical and special moves, which makes it pretty deadly, especially on things like Hydreigon. Also, Work Up is extremely useful in this challenge because it's one of the only stat-raising moves we have access to before the post-game. Yeah, most of the stat-raising TMs like Swords Dance, you can only get them after the Elite Four. This is probably the only one we have, and for that reason alone, it is amazing. So, I'm going to end the main video there. Next time, well, we'll do the plot that happens after this first gym battle. So enjoy my victory for the moment, because now it's time for the opposite. It's time for the Fail Channel! Welcome once again to the Fail channel. As you can probably tell, this trainer had a lot of trouble with this first gym. Okay, excuse me, Fail channel announced guy, could I just take over for a moment? Okay, I don't see why not. Right now. Okay, let me just explain something. I always maintain that in Pokemon games, the first gym is usually among the hardest in the game. Then again, I've never started with not Charmander in the Kanto games, and I do admit that Faulkner is a bit of an exception, but even then, he got a lot better in the remakes. I don't remember having much trouble with Roxanne either, but that's beside the point. I will say that Walk gave me a very, very tough fight, even though I started with Piplup. Damn that Cranidos and having the attack stat comparable to a fully evolved Pokemon that early in the game. And also Stealth Rock. But I'm not here to talk about Rock. I'm here to talk about the Straiton triplets. Yeah, even in my first playthrough, that Lillipup was really tough to take down. I still think the monkey is not that bad. It's that cursed dog that... Now, that's not to say that the thing itself is the only problem. You see, a couple of the failures I had against this guy came down to some very, very annoying hacks. Remember how I mentioned earlier that Bite's flinch rate was really irritating? You're about to find out why. So, I present to you my first failed attempt at beating the first gym. Let's do this. It's time for failure. So, like always, he's going to lead with his Lillipup. And I lead with Purloin again. Yeah, I had this strategy in mind right from the onset, but this time I was a little hesitant about it. Now, of course, he's still content to use Work Up, so as long as I keep spamming Growl, I should be fine, right? Right? Okay, I'll just neutralize one of those boosts with the Growl. Hey, that's not in the script. That really wasn't in the script. Damn you, flinch rate. So, yeah, he got one quick cheap hit on me, but thankfully, since Purloin resists Bite, it's not that much of a problem. Usually. I say usually because, well, you'll see what's about to happen. Another Work Up, another Growl. Yeah, I've kind of run out of things to say at this point, but I will have some things to say later. More Work Up. I really don't know. I can't quite understand this guy's AI routines. It's that he tends to spam Work Up a lot and only attack you once he's reached +6, but sometimes he attacks you anyway. Now at this point, I thought, hey, I'll be safe using a potion. This was a big, big, big mistake, because it means that I'm now behind by 1 when it comes to neutralizing his Work Ups. Yeah, he's now got away with 1 Work Up and I haven't neutralized it yet, which means he's now at +1, and he's going to stay at +1 for quite a while. This also means that when he's finished, he's going to have a chance to hit me at +1 while I neutralize his last thing. This was bad, very bad. I could have easily survived another Bite, especially with my Orange Berry, so that was stupid. Unfortunately... Alright, see again, my Orange Berry. Pretty useful. So, yeah, brings me almost back to full health. Again, I did not need that potion. Now he grabs the Orange Berry, which is really, really annoying, but there's pretty much nothing I can do about that. I do admit, I think that Orange Berry is crucial to my survival here. I think I did need it for my strategy. I know it gives him the Orange Berry. Now at this point, I did something kind of stupid and switched down. I thought I could take him at this point, and it turns out I really couldn't. You see, he's now at +1, and triggers my other Orange Berry. Fortunately, he can't grab another one, because he's already got an item. And then he starts biting me. And gets a crit! Yeah, in a battle as difficult as this, crit hacks can make all the difference, and when it does happen, well, prepare to be swept by a dog. By a puppy, actually. Incredibly embarrassing, but it happens. Flinch again? Seriously? Yeah, at this point when I was actually playing, I was basically swearing like a maniac. Oh, this was just horrible. And here I made crucial mistake number 2, bringing the monkey in too early. And now this guy has a +1. This is... Seriously?! Oh! Us! Oh my! Oh my... Oh, that's ridiculous! Oh no! Oh my... I actually almost feel like crying watching this footage. Oh, sweet Arceus, no. Oh my... 1 damage! 1 damage, 1 HP! Oh, seriously, sorry, I'm a bit hysterical right now for obvious reasons. Now, yeah, I actually think Jamie gets a hero award just for surviving that bite. Seriously, wow. Now I'm back to Cut Purse, who I should have used right from the outset. Unfortunately, he's 2-hit KOing me. Damn it. Yeah, I'm screwed. Oh, whoa, phew. You're kidding me! You are kidding me! This is ridiculous! Oh! Oh, and of course, I'm screwed. I'm screwed. There's no way I'm doing this. I'm screwed. I'm completely screwed. I'm gone. I'm gone. Yep, I'm dead. I'm gone. Ugh. Swept by a puppy. So embarrassing. But I call hacks on that one. I call serious hacks on that one. This is why I hate Pokemon AI! Big Clingy? Are you there? Well, it seems our player here has run off to sob in the corner after that. I don't really blame him. So I'll be taking over the commentary for this next failure. Yes, there was another one. Oh, I hate this battle so much. Big Clingy versus Chili Round 2. Gorilla Fate is turning. In this case, it's more like, puppy fate or something. I really don't know. Let's just say that this guy has had serious problems with this puppy in the past. So, let's see how he deals with it this time. The challenger once again begins with Purloin, and is starting off his cowardly growl spam strategy. Hey, come on, it's not cowardly. It's the only way I can win this. You saw what that thing did with +1. I don't even want to know what it could do with +6. Oh, whatever you say, coward. And this time the Lillipup has decided to use Bite early again. And there's the flinch. The AI is bringing out its patented hacks technique. This technique allows the AI to modify the results of random number generators in their own favor. It's been the bane of many a Battle Tower player over the years. As you can see there, the AI-controlled Chili has just used the hacks technique again to force another flinch. Many people say this is pure evil. Some say it's a part of game balance, or something. Apparently, there's a whole thing about AI never being as good as humans and how they have to cheat to actually stand a chance. Cutting in, I personally think this is really annoying practice, but I still admit it is hard to make AIs that make good decisions. The AI in this game's actually improved quite vastly since the Gen 4 games. But of course, it still has to rely on its good old hacks technique. Now, this dog seems content to spam work up. Perhaps this time the growl spam coward strategy is going to get through. And perhaps this time the player won't be a complete and utter derp and heal in the middle of it. Oh, work up, growl, growl, growl. Can't you do something interesting? Seriously, this may be one of the most boring battles I've had to commentate on. Actually, third most boring, next to Metapod versus Metapod, and Togepi versus Haunter. Yeah, I may have to explain Togepi versus Haunter later. Let's just say, I had a Togepi in my party when I was playing the original Gold. I was fighting Morty's Haunter. I had no moves that could hurt it had no moves that could hurt me, it used Mean Look. Enough said. And we see the gym leaders finally giving a comment on this match. Apparently. Unfortunately, looks like things are starting to go badly. Looks like we may see another puppy sweep here. Yes, Gym Leader Chili has really relied on this Lillipup here. It's brought him countless victories and countless tears from newbie trainers like this one. And there's the AI's patented hacks technique again. forcing a flinch just where it needs it. That's the AI for you! At least this guy's not using 1-hit KO moves, the AI's other signature technique. In the hands of the AI, they have an automatic mind reader. Now the challenger's bringing out his own Lillipup. Well, the first of two, actually. And he's decided that Leah spamming is just not worth it. So he's decided to go in all, tackles blazing or something. Unfortunately, the AI's crit attack strikes again! Yes, the AI is really abusing this hacks technique at this point. I'm starting to wonder whether the AI actually let this player win the one time he actually did. Because seriously, there was very little hacks in that one battle. An awful lot of hacks in these last two. Like I've said, that's the AI for you. And here we see the results of that earlier pickup ability. And 2 pickup combo! This is something I've rarely ever seen before in my days as a commentator. This should be interesting. Yep, double Oranberry healing. This is why the trainer at this was saying before the battle that Oranberries can be a double-edged sword. In this case, he got very unlucky. Just about all his Oranberries have been snatched up by this foul Lillipup. Of course, on the turn that you use healing items, the AI can't use its signature flinch hacks technique. It can, however, still unleash the crit hacks. This will usually happen when you know that the attacker's only 2-hit KOing you, and you know that you'll survive as long as you spam healing items. And of course, then the AI breaks out their crit attack. And here's the other AI special move once again, the flinch hacks. You're probably getting tired of me illustrating this, but as you can see, flinch hacks plays a very important role in this battle. Something I'm wondering though, why is this Lillipup not content to use tackle? Especially given that tackle has the same type of attack bonus. You know what? I think we all know the reason. It's just to spite the player with flinch hacks. Oh, seriously, Straiton triplets, you are pure evil. Speaking of pure evil, here's the gym leader's other signature technique, the irritating healing item use. This often occurs just when the player thinks victory is right within their grasp. The moment this happens, just when the player is savouring their moment of triumph, the gym leader pulls out their trump card, the cheap healing item, and restores their Pokemon to full health, earning them much cursing from the player. All gym leaders are capable of using this technique, as are the Elite Four and some particularly annoying storyline trainers that we'll be seeing much later. This is a very annoying technique, and it looks like could this be the end for Aquamonk? Looks like it just may be. This is where the challenger made a serious mistake in not saving Aquamonk for later, but actually they really had no choice, given that their only other choice was a level 4 Lillipup, and the crit hacks, once again! Well, I do admit that it does help stop item stalling, like that guy was doing just there. But anyway, looks like it's down to level 4 Lillipup versus a level 12, and... Whoa! What's this? Could we see a big turnaround? Could we? Could we? Oh wow! The AI is seriously derped here, and looks like the level 4 Jamie could actually have a victory! This is real David versus Goliath material, folks. Jamie, the level 4 Lillipup, has defeated a level 12 member of his own species. A shame the victory will be short-lived, as, with no monkey remaining, this trainer is not going to survive the opponent's monkey. Although for some reason, the opponent seems content to spam work up. I guess he just wants to make the victory all the more humiliating for the player. Wow, another work up? You're really drawing out this guy's misery. I'm actually starting to side with that one challenger a long time ago who seemed to have it in her mind that the Straiton triplets were pure evil. Well, mostly chillin', but I think it goes for chilly too. Yep, I think we do have official confirmation. These guys are evil. Oh boy. And so, round 2 went to hacks. I mean chili. Fortunately, In the third round, the player was able to win without causing extreme structural damage to their house's walls, multiple consoles, and their own head. But it did produce some humorous fails. I hope this just goes to show how evil the AI's hacks could get and how it could really screw you over in a challenge like this. So, this has been the Fail Channel Announcer. I hope you enjoyed this failure, and signing off. And this is Big Clingy. Hopefully the other gyms won't be as annoying as this one. And next time, well, we'll see you for Plot. See you then.